Hey y'all, welcome to Thank You for Your Obedience with your girl Sam. I am. I'm back. I'm back in obedience because y'all know I don't want to be out here in these YouTube world, social media streets like that. But I'm on assignment. So the Lord said, come outside. Anyways, of course, starting off, thank you all so much for your love, support, kind words, and just being looking for me. I appreciate being missed. This is officially the first episode of season 2, you guys. And we're going to start off real good because I have been having so much to share with y'all and just kind of been waiting. But I think it's time. And also because I'm settled in a new space. And as you can see, like, the whole ambiance of what y'all normally used to seeing is very different. And we're going to get to that. And it's all a part of this story that I'm going to tell y'all today. But the biggest part of this story and what this episode is about is my baptism, y'all. Yes. This past summer, I was rebaptized, and I make sure to say rebaptized because I was baptized. I was baptized at the age of 7, and it was my choice, my decision, and I think it like shocked my mom in a way at that time, because even though most people don't think their children kind of know what they're doing, I think because they already knew the anointing and like the favor on my life, that I knew exactly what I was doing. But I felt like as I've been walking with him more and more, I felt the need to like re-solidify my relationship with God. And it's all like ordained in a sense because y'all know I just started going to my new church. We church last December. And they were having their first baptism service. And so like it had always been on my heart, like for real, I had been talking about it, but it was just something I was just like, I don't know when the time. And it was like, the time is right now. And so when they signed up, I initially wasn't even going to do it because of the simple fact that my little sister, and my aunt, they both signed up. And I was like, you know what? Like everybody, especially in this journey, is supporting me. So I was just like, I want to support them. So like, I don't know. But I'm glad I did because of the three of us. I was the only one that was able to do it because my aunt got sick. And my sister, she had to work. So it was just, and she had to work and she like missed the class because one thing about my pastor is like, you're not just finna be coming and get baptized just because, they're offering it or whatever. And I know that sounds like pretty like harsh, but he wants you to, and the class is not like a class. Like the class is just like, he wants to really be able to reiterate to you like what you're doing and why you're doing it. So before you get baptized at his church, like he just want to sit down and talk to you. And so that's what my sister is. She was there for my baptism. But yeah. So I ended up doing it, and it was like me and two other people. And the two other people happened to be like people I really been walking with. And I don't want to say the girl name because like when like signs really come about for me, like I see them very vividly, like, and there is someone like indirectly I had a like little friction with because of the situation. And that person, like when y'all talk about my trip to the mountains that I go to every year, and I don't think I'm going this year, but it's okay. The Lord's still with me. I met this person on the mountain. Had the same name of the person that I had friction with. I also was able to be rebaptized with somebody that had the same name that this person that I had friction with has. Like, it's not a coincidence. It's just God. It's just like you in that relationship, like that friction you had a problem with, like it's going in the water. Y'all coming in and out the water together because it's dead. Like, it's dead. It's not dead, but you know what I'm saying? Metaphorically, it's dead. Or at least for me. And so I got to be baptized with my sister Uniqua. And like, if y'all know like the love and like the adoration I have for Uniqua, like y'all know it was a moment it was a moment for me when I found out, I'm like, oh snap, like you on here too. Big. And so it was a big moment for me because I came to like the realization that baptism is like the only place that you can die, be reborn, and married all at the same time, right? Because you're dying to self, you're being reborn, but you're also like, for me, it was renewing my vows with Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like this might be the only wedding I have for some time, y'all. You know, keep me in your prayers. But you know, I got to have that moment, and like I made it big. Like not like huge, but I made it as big as I could. You know what I'm saying? I made so much noise about it, like how people make for their birthdays. Like I made for my baptism. And I invited everybody. And if I didn't personally invite you, you know, I put it on social media because it's like you can't say you wasn't invited. Like everybody is invited because it was a moment, like because I really had to make that public declaration like as big as I could. You know what I'm saying? And from our church, like our little church and what we have been like doing, I made that statement. And so it was so beautiful, y'all. Like people from all different walks of life was there to celebrate me. And I feel like I said it to them, like, I feel like I haven't had a lot for people to celebrate and cheer me on for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always there to support people, but I never do many things to like gain and ask for support. And so why not, you know, solidifying and renewing my vows with God, you know, why that had to be the moment for me. And when I say it brought people from all different walks of life came, like family, long family, friends that have turned into family, middle school, high school, other churches I've been to, people I've served, white, black, blue, green, like the kids, like everybody was there, like, and it was just so amazing to me, like to see in like 4K what heaven looks like, right? Like there was literally like black people, there was white people, there was Spanish people, there was people that um people that are not Christians, people that read tarot cards, people that believe in like Egyptian spirituality. They were all there, but they were there for me because I was there to show everybody all the work I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't matter that we had different belief systems. You know what I'm saying? They believed in me enough that I believed in Jesus Christ and God enough to be there to support me, and they had a great time. Like they had an amazing time. They had a time to where like we coming back. And I'm just like, my job is done. I was able to inspire my little sister. Like that is a check for me already, okay? Because that's, if anything in this life I've done a lot for her. Like the moves I make, I do it for her. Like I'm not perfect, but at the same time, like because like our family's rough, like for real. And like her life is like hasn't been rough, but there are things that she's just come about that she's starting to figure out that have been rough. And like she's seen my walk with Christ and literally is inspired by that church. My sister don't follow me on Instagram, but she follows the church because it's not about like seeing what I'm doing day to day. She wants to see like my fruit, like she wants to see my work. And she know I do the media for my church now that they asked me to do. And so I think by her following the church, she gets to see me work. And so yeah, it was amazing. And the people that couldn't be there, they were there in spirit. They sent their kids. My cousin Kiana could not be there, but she sent her kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was there, my dad's side of the family was there. Like, it was just, if you want to know what heaven looks like, it looked like me and you. Like, it looked like my whole tribe was there, to the point, like, my pastor made a joke about it. Like, we had to put, like, more chairs in the church because, like, my people was in there. You know what I'm saying? And if you could represent me in any way for anything, I'm so grateful that it was because, like, my walk with Christ, my love for God, people see, like, the light on me, even if they don't understand it. Like, they believe it because they believe in me, and I believe in God. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? And so, even in that beautiful moment, I was dealing with other things because of the simple fact. I'm gonna tell y'all something that I didn't want to talk about, but I'm gonna talk about it. I received, even in this season, so with the baptism kind of like catapulted me, and, like, when I say, like, so fast in the right direction, like, um I gained new work duties, school started, um I started becoming more active in the church. And one thing that also happened within this time that nobody thought was gonna happen, nobody thought I needed, nobody thought, like, it was necessary, like, I got closure, y'all. And in my last couple of episodes, like, I would talk about, like, man, God still got me talking about this healing stuff. Like, I'm not saying I'm done with healing, but I'm done with that. And it's like, no, because I got some cooking for you. Like, I got something you've been asking for. That seed you've been planting, is coming to harvest. And so I'm not gonna talk about it today, but I'm gonna just let you know, like, I got that closure. So, like, that, all these things, me becoming a new creation, like, me being, like, elevated and promoted in all these different ways, I had to process that. And that's really why, like, I took the time to, like, step away. I had already stepped away, and then, like, other things kind of transpired that I had to, like, process more, process more, process more. And then sabbatical month came. So at first I was gonna, like, try to record during sabbatical month, but he's just like, God, like, nah, you good. Like, people looking for you, but they're not looking for you like that. So you good. And so I just took the time. I just took the time to, like, really process it. I took the time because one thing I will say, like, about the closure, like, with the closure, it was very unexpected. Like, very unexpected. Thought it was gonna go, like, a whole different way than it ended up going. And so, when it went a certain way, I had to process that. Like, I really did, because it was the most beautiful ending that I never thought I would get. Right? Like, it was beautiful. It got a little chaotic, but it was beautiful. And so, in that space, I just really had to, the closure did as much damage, good and bad, as the whole, like, healing process. Because it's almost like when you grow up in Christ, and, like, you learn something at church, or you have an ideal of something at church, and then you get older and realize, oh, that's completely wrong. That's how it was for me, because I had no communication with this person. So I was just making assumptions and making stories in my head, and that completely was not it. And I had to go, like, unlearn all of that. You know what I'm saying? And I had to unlearn all of that. I had to process all of it. It did a number on me. So I had to, like, grieve all that all over again. Like, I had to have all those moments, and I did. To be able to even, like, speak today. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's a word, because don't let nobody, like, if God gave you the word, don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Like, no. And what happening with me, and that's a segue into something I want to say. Like, what I even learned in this time is that I am very much so aware now, like, more than ever. One thing, there's a couple of things that transpired during this time. One thing was the recording of Daryl Wall's album, live recording. And in that moment, like, it was wonderful. Like, it was a whole spiritual encounter. And then the next day we had service. And then, like, the next day, they did a live, like, conversation about what had happened. And one thing he said, and I feel so strongly about, is that in this time he feels more sure about himself. And that's me 100%. I feel so sure and confident into who I am, regardless of how people feel. Like, people love me and they hate me, and it'll happen all in one day, and it's fine. But I'm very, very sure with myself, and I'm very aware of, like, the light I possess in people's lives, and, like, the expectations that people have on me and the good people wish on me. But one thing I cannot stand, and I'm working on myself about this, is not being given the same grace that I give other people. What do I mean by that? When people have a day, I give them their day. I speak well over them, and I kind of move on. For me, people don't give me that grace. When I'm having a bad day, or when it's a cloudy day, or when it's a rainy day, for me, people still looking for the sunshine. But people want me to be the sunshine for them, because they don't want to deal with their crap, and they don't want to, like, they have the same power to change their life and change their mood as I do for them. You know what I'm saying? But people expect that out of me 24/7. And I remember I have a lady that literally is like, what can I do to make you happy so you can keep making me happy? What? Like, thank you, but I'm good. I'm just having a day. I'm just having a moment. I'm just processing my thoughts. I'm just having a normal emotion that everybody has. But for some reason, when I have it, it's like the world is about to end. And I'm like, people, relax. I'm human, right? I have bad days. I have good days. I have times when I do not want to be bothered. I am an introvert at heart. Like, for sure, for sure. That doesn't mean I don't have a personality, but I am very to myself. I was the only child for 15 years, y'all. Like, so we gotta remember that. Like, I'm good with being to myself. And the one thing about being to myself, I'm peeping everything that go around. So I don't like talking all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk to me, come talk. Just because I don't give you a reaction, or I don't have the tone that you want me to have, does not mean like something's wrong with me, or, oh my God, you changed. No, I'm just a person. And you're seeing a different emotion. Like, that's it. So I wish people had that same type of grace. And I also wish people would have the same expectations that they have for me for themselves. They don't have that. A lot of people don't have that. And this is not talking about any one person. This is talking about people, period. Like, people want so much the best for me, and are like, I feel like vicariously, like, trying to live through me, or to see like the good words that they have, or the good ideas, or all these good things that they could have for themselves. They speak them over me, and they speak them for me, which I appreciate. But at the same time, you know, the things that you talking about you doing for you, like, you know, you can do that for yourself, right? And have that same fulfillment. But I appreciate people want to do it for me. But at the same time, I just wish they took that time to really, like, do it for themselves, right? That's just a little rant that I have. But these are like the mental processes I go through and have been going through. And God is really working with me on, because at the same time I am placed here to be a light. So it's just like, keep your light on, Sam. I get it, but at the same time I'm a person. So it's gonna be cloudy some days, it's gonna be rainy days, it's gonna be quiet, it's gonna be quiet storms. You know what I'm saying? So just like, don't try to like shun me and convict me, because y'all have made me the only like light of your day. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Right? Um, yeah. I just had to get it out. I've been waiting to tell y'all that like for so long, because it's just been like, a lady literally came up to me one day and she was like, I just want to talk to you. Like, I just need to run some things by you. And I was like, yeah, what's up? And she was like, you used to be one of the happiest people I know, and now you're just business, straight face. And I'm just like, no, I've learned y'all, this is at work, like, I've learned y'all long enough to know y'all personalities and act accordingly. I didn't say change, but y'all not finna suck all of my energy out. Like, you're not. And she was like, oh, I get that. But this is also a lady that walk in and don't speak to nobody. Like, that is probably like really nice, but comes off like very rude. And that's not just, she not rude to me because I don't care, because I peep game. But it's just like, so because I can't be the sunshine in your day and you're never sunshine, you're trying to tell me like something's wrong with me. Okay, I hear you. I appreciate your you want to care, but I'm good. Like, and so yeah, I'm not taking no crap from nobody. Like, I know myself. Um God is continuously showing his hand in my life and on my life. Um to even the point like, so where I'm at now, and it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of like excited. I'm looking at myself too. I'm cute. But where I am now is in like a totally different space and place that I didn't even think I would be. And for most people it would be like a setback, but for me, I see it as a setup. And God gave me like a real life metaphor to kind of like describe where I am and why I am where I am. So I'm at my mom's house. Yes, my transition was to move from by myself to here, and it wasn't because like I had to leave or I needed a place to stay. None of that. She asked me, and she's going through transition, and maybe one day she'll come talk about. But and she needed my help, and so I was like, okay, like cool. But here's the thing, like, I could have been in my pride. Trust me, that was something I had to like process and grieve, like my quote unquote independence. I've been by myself a long time, like a long time. And prior to prior to me, sorry, I hate when people like talk to me while I'm talking. Um Prior to like it's been like almost 5 years. It was like I had become content with being by myself. So it was like I had the relationship, was in that relationship, and then like the whole year of healing, I was by myself, like just me and my dog, like by myself, and I started gaining I gained my church home. I started gaining community. I started gaining like people I confide in. I just started gaining more people, and God was just like showing me like, you can't do this alone. Like, and I'm not gonna allow you to do it alone. You see, it can be done, but that doesn't mean like that's the best way to do things. And I agree. If I'm not hitting licks like and getting checks, like, I can't do it by myself. Like, I just can't. And so when my mom asked me to come here, I still got space. Grace got some playmates. Grace got a backyard. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, people like, oh, you're not paying no rent. No, we ain't doing it around here. I'm saving money, but I'm still helping out. But I'm also here to be like properly nourished. And this is a step up from where I was when I was coming up. So, we live life in cycles. You know what I'm saying? And just like a game, like when you pass like the level, like you go to the next level. And so like my journey with Christ, I started like literally under the ground, like just I didn't have nothing. Like, y'all can go back to the videos. Like, I was homeless, you know what I'm saying? After homelessness, a year later I was jobless. A year later, or when I was jobless because COVID hit, a year later I was in the hospital. A year later I experienced betrayal. Like, so I had like so much going on, but I still like show like it could be done. Like, I still thrived. I still persevered. I did everything and more that people was trying to figure out, like, how she's still moving, how she moving, being all these circumstances that is happening. Nothing but God. Nothing but God. And so this time around, when I'm starting over again, you know what I'm saying? Instead of starting at ground -1 or 0, I'm starting off at 1. I'm starting off with help. I'm starting off not being overly stressed. And trust me, we still got stuff going on. I'm starting off helping others and bringing light into their world, because where I'm at is very dark. And not as like the spirit, it's a thing now, but like I'm literally like, I've literally been placed to be a light in the darkness, because we ain't got no street lights. This is brand new like neighborhood. It's just the only lights that can show me where I'm going is the gas station they just built on the corner. Okay, like it's dark out here. And I thought that was so prophetic to say, but like my little sister been counting down the days till I get here. My mom been like leaving little notes everywhere. It's just been like, even though it's so much going on, like everybody has so much joy, because I'm here. And like I said, just coming home brings more nourishment just to help me grow even more, especially with me like going to school and having extra job duties and serving in church, because my first time serving as an adult, and honey, it's something, okay? And so I just can't wait to see how much I grow like in this season. And the reason why I say that is because we had a plant. We had a plant at the office, right? We had a plant at the office. And his name was Phil. Phil was dead. Like, Phil was shriveled up. Like, just, Phil was damn near gone there. My boss took Phil home, and literally with like in a couple months, Phil was growing out of control. Phil was sprouting. Phil was big. Phil was beautiful. And I'm just like, wow. And she was just like, Phil just needed a different space. Phil wasn't in the right proper space to grow. So we took him out of the space and we put him in the, proper space, gave him some nourishment, this, that, and the third, and he could grow. And that's how I feel like this move is going to be for me. It's like I've moved so I could grow and grow properly. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's That's it. That's the beginning journey of where I've been and where I'm at currently. And y'all can continue walking with me on where I'm going. Because, honey, it is literally, when I say literally, it is literally only up from here. And more details will come, y'all. More details will come. And this is me literally being very impromptu because, like I said, it's very hard for me to come here sometimes. And it's not because, like, anybody, and I only get like 9 or 10 viewers, but it's just a lot to, like, show up for me. Like, I'm very big on showing up for other people. But, like, showing up for me for whatever reason just terrifies me. And so, regardless of, like, what I was coming here for, just know I was coming. And I did it. So, thank you all. And please just have grace for me. Just have grace for me. That's all I ask. But before we go, I want to invite you all to my church's anniversary. It is, our church anniversary is actually December 5th, but we are having a worship event on, I said December, I meant November. Oh, I don't know, I might have to work back on that. I said it so fast. But anyways, the event is November 4th at the Kingdom Building Center. I'm gonna have all this information for you. I don't have it at the top of my head. But it's November 4th from like 5 to 9. It is gonna be incredible. Like, it's just all about like prayer and worship. That's it. That's it. If y'all want to have a good time with the Lord, if y'all want to have an encounter with God, if y'all just need a place to like scream and shout and cry, this will be the place. So the information will be on the screen. The link will be in the bio. And I hope to see you guys there. For those who can come, for those who can't come, I just hope to see you there. So that's it for today. I literally came straight off of work, straight to you guys. I need to go eat and take care of my dog. So thank you guys. I love you all. Until next time. Peace.